Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are around the world. How are you today? My name is Lucy Davis, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You have to excuse the windswept beach look. I have been spending a lot of time at the beach in the last few days, which has been absolutely amazing. It's been so beautiful for my soul. It is absolutely scorching where I am, and I am loving life to the max. So let me know in the chat how you guys are going, and please do remember, because YouTube and Facebook and all the other places seem to be blocking me right now, please comment as much as you possibly can. Let me, for some weird reason, I'm not seeing any comments today, which is really random. So maybe I won't be able to get to see any today, which would be really, really weird, but hey ho. Hopefully they will start working at some point. I had issues setting this up with FaceAche today. I had issues setting it up like just generally, and I did almost go, you know what, Lucy, I don't know if you're supposed to be doing this today, but I didn't want to let you guys down, and I wanted to keep consistency. So I've just got a hello from Louise. Hi, babe. I hope you are well. Give a big thumbs up on Facebook if you are there, or a big love heart, because we do love the love hearts a hell of a lot more than we like the thumbs up. And if you are on YouTube, please, please, please pop the thumbs up. Yeah, I know everybody. What's the weather like in the UK? Is the UK sunny? If the UK is sunny, that is why people aren't here. It's always sunny where I am, which is why I'm always here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, people are starting to arrive now. That is great. Thank you very much. I like this color on me too, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I am very much, it's a cute little dress, actually, this. It's a cute little dress, but I'm not going to stand up and give you guys a twirl, which is what I normally do. But yes, everybody says to me that green looks really good. And you know what? Green is all about the heart chakra, as you guys know. So, and I'm going to be talking all about massive chakra upgrades that I was given this year on Conscious Conversations tonight. And in fact, for you guys, if you are in Conscious Conversations, all I'm going to say is buckle the heck up for this evening, right? Because I am going to be bringing you so many truth bombs and so much evidence, and just you're all going to be like, come the end of the call today, because I am going to be showing you everything that I have been doing. Well, fingers crossed we've got enough time to cover everything that I've been doing, or not everything, but we've picked out a number of specific scenarios over the first half of this year, bearing in mind we are actually stepping into the middle of the year now, which is wild. And I'm going to be giving you the evidence as to how the work has taken place, the channelings, the predictions that I've made, and all of the evidence to show that it is completely linked to the Schumann resonance, even to the point that when I fly, sometimes there is a blackout. Like, literally, you cannot make it up. And what is absolutely hilarious is both Kevin and I have been like, wow, like we knew before, but wow, how on earth has this happened? Like, and I actually really like it, because the person that challenged me to do this actually said it from a very much an ego perspective. They were very much like, you need to prove what you say. I just do what I do. I don't really tell people. Like, I tell my Conscious Conversations, but the reason that I keep it all very, very quiet and very, very silent is because I actually don't need any recognition for what I do. But this person was kind of like poking the bear. So I went, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this as a challenge, you know, and I can pop that ego in a box and just throw it back in their face. But actually what's happened is I've gone, oh my God, this is more intense than I ever realized. The work that we have done is even more profound. So you know what? Now I'm loaded with gratitude for this person going, your ego actually served me a purpose. So thank you very much. I love it when people go, you're not what you say you are. You're not this, you're not that. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, I don't feel like I need to prove it, but hey, I'll provide you some evidence. And then you're like, oh, sheesh. Actually, there's a lot more than I ever gave myself credit for. So you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm really okay with this. So let me know in the chat how you are, ladies and gents, and what the weather is doing where you are. It is a scorching 28 degrees where I am. I'm just double checking the temperature, but it was 28 degrees when I was outside earlier, which is absolutely amazing. This is my temperature, ladies and gents. This is my temperature. Hola, guapa. Oh, mwah. Good to see you on here, my darling. Are you in Dubai? I'm assuming you're still in Dubai, or are you somewhere else now? It's good to see you on, babes. Anyway, like I say, it has been 28 degrees where I am today. I have been loving life for the last few days because I've been on the beach. I've been dancing. If you haven't been checking out my stories on Instagram, you are missing out on a treat. I have been dancing. Last Tuesday, I did the most amazing choreographed even, couldn't say that word then, salsa, and like real, like, oh, it was amazing, with an amazing choreographer from Strictly Come Dancing back in the UK. And then every single day since then, I have just chosen to dance. Without any question, without any hesitation. I've been on the beach, crank up the tunes, let's dance. Yesterday I was at a beautiful beach club, crank up the tunes, I'm just going to dance. And this is the new Lucy in all of her flow. And what's really fascinating, ladies and gents, we're bringing more of it in. The more we put out, the more we are bringing in. So Martin's got perfect weather for landscaping. I'm happy for you, my friend. I'm pleased that that is working out. And Marilyn is saying it's like winter. That's not cool. I'm going to send you some sunshine because it's 28 degrees here. And I'm a bit of a weird one, right? You know, you guys know, I love the sun. I love the heat. I'm like a reptile, I'll be honest with you. If I could just lay outside and just lap up the sun all day, every day, then I would be more than happy. And I'm a bit weird, you know, where I live, everything's got air conditioning, but I have the doors open. And so, of course, what happens is it actually gets quite warm, but I like it. You know, everybody else goes to sleep or they want to rest, but I'm like, no, I thrive in this. I'm like a little tomato, you know, it's really, really interesting. I'm like a little tomato being seeded and grown in a greenhouse. Do you get what I mean? Which is why I love it so much. Although my plants are not enjoying it so much. Jackie, thank you for noticing. You know what? I am really, really, really happy. Thank you. I have made some amazing decisions in the last week or two. And you know what? When you make decisions and you snippity, snip, snip, chippity, chip, chip, all of a sudden the gold comes flooding in. And Jackie, you're absolutely bang on. I am very, very happy. I have made some really good decisions and I'm very proud of myself. So go me right now. Yes, yes, look at me talking life into myself, because you know what? No other is going to do it, are they? So you may as well do it yourself. But I'm very excited about this evening's Conscious Conversations, and I'm very excited. Thank you so much. I love the fact that all you guys are commenting that I look incredible. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really am grateful to you guys, because you know what? There are some nasty people out there that put you down. And, you know, I think it was last week that I got told, oh, have you realized your stories are like a Tinder profile? Oh, really? Well, personally, I don't know what Tinder's like, so thank you for sharing it with me. You know what? Some people are always going to throw daggers at you, and it's because they're jealous. It's as simple as that. They're jealous. They haven't got your gifts. They haven't got your oomph. They haven't got your pizzazz. And you know what? I'm hearing this a lot at the moment. I've been very busy with clients. As you guys know, there is a Lizzie, are you actually even on Tinder? Oh my God, that scares me for all the boys. Just kidding. So, you know, a lot of the ladies that have been reaching out to me recently have been saying, whether it's a man or a woman, it's not like a sexist thing going on here, that people are really demonstrating jealousy. Like they come and they're like, wow, this person's like told me that I'm rubbish at what I do. Yet the other week they wanted to work with me, and and this is what's happening right now. The low vibrations, and actually this leads beautifully into the topic of conversation this afternoon is, you know, sometimes people have to show their true colors. Oh, Linda, I trigger everyone, sweetheart. You know that. As I explained, I think it was last week, I've been told I am a multidimensional mirror, which basically means whatever's within you, I'm going to trigger. Like literally, if you've got evil inside of you, I am going to look evil to you. I'm going to trigger evil inside of you. If you are a control freak, you are going to see me as a control freak. And it's really fascinating because the amazing, incredible man, I've got a hair on me somewhere. I can feel it rubbing, but you know when you can't find it? This incredible, incredible man who did my soul contract reading, he gave me the numbers a long time ago, and then he did my reading a few weeks ago, as I shared with you guys. Like, I actually was with him yesterday again. And, you know, like, we're talking about this multidimensional mirror constantly because, you know, it's a really, really, because he's one as well. So it's really fascinating. Where's this bloody hair? I can feel it tickling me. I can feel, oh, there it is. Thank God for that. So it was really interesting talking about this, because sometimes people will say things to you, especially people that you love, and you're like, oh, that really stings. It really, really, really stings. But actually, what you've got to remember is that it's actually them that they're talking about. They're telling you where they are at. But you know what, ladies and gents, it's so easy for me to sit here and say that. You know, I still go, oh, that hurts. Even though I know that it's coming from them. I know that they're showing me where they're at, but it still hurts. So I don't want you guys to get tough, and I don't want you guys to think, oh yeah, you know, like, we just need to get over this. No, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to get angry. Allow yourself to be like, hey, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that at me, because at the end of the day, we need boundaries. And this is why snippity snip sometimes needs to take place, ladies and gents. Okay, that's what needs to take place. So before I go on any further, if you're not in my conscious conversation community, get in there. You're going to enjoy the call tonight. And also, again, Self-Love Club membership is now over for the class of 2023. We start again on the 2nd of September. So if you want to join the waiting list and come to the launch call, please, please, please go over to the description field of this video, get signed up. There is absolutely no obligation to join the waiting list and come to the launch call. You will just hear all about the program, how it's changed, how it's evolving, the kind of lives that it's changed for people, and also the pricing. It blows my mind, Lucy, are they a mirror of us? It depends, Linda. So this is a really good question that you've asked. So for me, because I am a multi-dimensional mirror, and I put my hand up and I was like, yeah, I'll go and trigger all the people. Let me go and trigger all the people. Why I decided to sign up for this, Linda, is absolutely beyond me. But hey, that's what I decided to do this lifetime. So I am that multidimensional mirror. So let's say, for example, Linda, I say something today and you're like, oh, I don't like that. You know, she's not very nice for saying that. Remember that that's because it's something within you that you've got. Now, I like to treat everybody, and I mean everybody, as a mirror. That's my job. So if somebody is showing me meanness, like I got last week with these couple of comments that I got, you know, if they're showing me meanness, I'm like, wow, okay, they're showing me their insecurity. Now, I don't know if this person is a multidimensional mirror. I've got no idea, but they're showing me an insecurity within them. Maybe they don't feel body proud. I'm fucking proud, excuse my language, but I'm really proud of my body right now. Like what she has been through in the last 12, 18 months and where she is right now. Like I am so happy with my body, you know, and I'm sorry. If I want to post a picture of me dancing on the beach or post a reel of me dancing on the beach in my bikini, that's what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, don't freaking look at it. It's as simple as that. Do you get what I mean? So, but what I do is I go, wow, this person's showing me their insecurities. Right, Lucy, where are you insecure? Where are you insecure? This is very different to numerology, Linda, just so you know, very, very, very different to numerology. What you're sharing there is numerology. So it's not the same thing. It's very, very different. The numbers that you create for a soul contract are very different to what is your numerology. So yeah, just to make that very, very clear, because I don't want you guys thinking, oh, maybe we can get this and maybe we can get that. So just to be very clear, like I said, I'm going to get him to come on and do a video with me at some point. I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be soon, but he is going to come on and do a video. So you guys will get to meet him. And I know a lot of you have already reached out saying, I want a soul contract reading. And he's just not in the place to do it right now, but he will be soon enough. And as soon as he is, obviously, his details will be out there for all of you guys. He's a really, really, really lovely guy, and actually becoming a good friend of mine. So, which is really nice, to the point that he's now messaging me going, hey, what would you do in this situation? And I'm like, well, well, which Lucy would you like here? Would you like that, you know, which is amazing. Beautiful energy exchange taking place. So, ladies and gents, in the comments, let me know if recently you feel as if you have been blocked from something whilst I'm talking about this next thing. So today we have had a multitude of planets in alignment. Okay, there was a very, very rare planetary alignment today, and if you could see it from just before sunrise today, you probably can see it at other times as well, but just before sunrise, you could definitely see it today. So in this planetary alignment that has been taking place today on the 3rd of June 2024, basically what this is making sure that you are in alignment with your people, with your things, with the way that you want your life to go. Now, what is fascinating about this is I've had this. There's a conversation that I was supposed to have last week that didn't take place, and then it got postponed to Saturday, and then it didn't take place. And I just went, you know what? This is the universe saying to me, don't waste your freaking breath. Don't waste your freaking breath, Lucy Davis. So then I've gone, right, I'm not going to waste my breath. Because today, if things aren't in alignment, like if you've been being blocked from something today, it's not for you. I'm just going to let you sit with that for a while. So there are many of us right now that feel as if we've been being blocked from certain things. There are many of us out there that have gone, I don't understand why this holiday didn't work out. I've got a client who's a professional boxer, and he's like, Lucy, I don't get why this is not working out right now. And I actually had to sit him down this morning and be like, right, this is what's taking place right now. I need you to breathe through this. I need you to let go of the attachment. Lizzie is another great example. Lizzie's going through a process at the moment, and she, a week or so ago, she was like, and I said to her, let go of all the attachments. What happens? Boom, she gets the phone call. One of my, another lady, she called me because it was like, oh gosh, this is the situation that's going on. This is the situation that's happening right now. I spoke to her at maybe 12:45, something like that. 11:45, something like that. She was in the UK and I was here. And she basically was like, look, I don't know what's going on with this situation. So I coached her and I said, look, do you really want to know about this? Because if you do, we can set something together. And within 3 hours, she'd got her response. Like, this is how quickly we are turning it around right now, ladies and gents. If you are investing in the right things and you are willing to work on yourself and you are willing to look at yourself without the rose-tinted glasses on, it's absolutely incredible what can be transformed. And this is the thing. Most people right now are very much in victim mode. They don't like it. They're not willing to look at themselves. They just want to project everything else. There's a massive thread of narcissism coming up at the moment where people pull the wool over their eyes and, oh yeah, I'm good. It's everybody else that's the problem. I've not ever been triggered by you, Lucy. All I receive from you is a feisty, humorous, fun, amazing, and knowing soul. And all you speak of subject that resonate with me. I love you. Thank you so much. That's really beautiful feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you know, we have great fun at Soul School, don't we? Oh, God, I'm so excited for Soul School. 20 days, I'm going to be in Manchester. And then another month, just over a month today, I'm going to be in Australia. I cannot believe I am going through what I am going through to go to Australia and to really, really change things. And this is going to be the start of my last wander. Like, I truly, truly believe that it is. I'm extremely excited about this because, everything is aligning for this to be the last mission, and it's a big mission that I've got to do. Like, please don't get me wrong. It's going to be a really big one, but starting with Soul School in one of my favorite countries, in a town which is so close to, someone I met when I was away in February, who's become a good friend, and all of my girls are flying in, and all of these complete strangers that I don't know, I've never met, but they followed me. They're coming over to the Gold Coast, and it is such a beautiful thing. I feel so privileged to be able to do this and to bring this and to actually be able to show the other side of the world the magic. And then I'll connect the dots so that we are basically all vibing in the energies of each other, which is just going to be so, so, so powerful. So anyway, going back to the topic of today. So what we are basically having right now is we are perceiving ourselves to be blocked. We are perceiving ourselves to, have resistance or have something that isn't going in our direction. Now, like this conversation that I wanted to have this conversation last week. I wanted my voice to be heard. I wanted to go through this, and there was an opportunity present itself, but I was like, hang on, I need to set a boundary here. And of course, the boundary created a massive eruption because it wasn't received very well at all. So then it was like, we'll speak about it later. Of course, later never comes. Because when you've triggered somebody, when you've created a reaction within somebody, later never comes. It's always got to be on their terms and their way and all the rest of it. So of course I was just like, nah, this is not in alignment with me anymore. I'm no longer going to push shit up a hill. So I made the choice. But do you know what? I was protected in that moment. And this is why I would like you guys to recognize this. Today, the 3rd of June, is all about alignment. It's all about planetary alignment. It's all about your alignment. It's all about what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what feels bad, how things are gonna form going forwards. Because today is a pivotal day. It's a really, really, really big day. You know, people keep banging on to me about the 6th of June. I don't see that. Like, today is a big day. We've got big days in the latter parts of June. We've got massive days coming in July and August and for the rest of the year. But I don't see the 6th being necessarily a big day here on Earth generally. So this is about alignment. This is about where we have got to. Are you doing things that are in alignment with you? And what's fascinating is I actually started the Detox Diary today. If you guys are on Facebook and you want to join us, the Detox Diary is a free group. It's a free group on Facebook. We basically help people do a little bit of a detoxification, load, get their body back into alignment and, you know, walk more, drink more water, eat more fruits and vegetables, etc., etc. Like, there's supplementation advice. There's all sorts of things that go on in there, you know, to help people, to really, really, really help people. So again, it's about alignment. Who wants to be in alignment physically? Who wants to be in alignment mentally? Like, this old thing of the ego and what I was talking about earlier around jealousy, it has to be dismantled. There is going to be a separate world, or a separate segregated world, maybe that's a better way of putting it, and down here there will be the jealousy, there will be the anger, there will be the fear, there will be the frustration, but up here it cannot exist, because this is going to be love and authenticity. So what's happening today is this planetary alignment, and it's like, right, where are you? So how many of you have been distracted today with fear, with anger, with worry, with just how many of you have been distracted in your mind or in your being or in your energy field of, oh, I've got to run there, or I've got to run there, or got to be busy, or whatever? Like, how many of you have been in that spin? Like, one of my clients earlier today, she said to me, like, Lucy, I woke up today and I was in a funk and I haven't been able to get myself out of it. Yeah, and this is why. The universe is doing you a favor, showing you that you're completely out of whack. You're completely out of alignment. Now, how many of you recognized that and appreciated that when you were in the moment? Not now that I'm talking about it, now that I'm raising consciousness on it. When you were in the moment of being busy, forgetting things, running around like a headless chicken and people pleasing and all the rest of it, how many of you were like, whoa, no. Because let me tell you straight, I have had the most aligned day today that I've had in a very long time. Yeah, well, same, Dave. I haven't either, but a lot of people are experiencing it. Now, that doesn't mean it's adverse to us or that we've got our shit together. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. A lot of people are actually hiding from it. So they're actually isolating themselves so they don't have to feel it. I'm completely the other way. I've immersed myself in people today because I wanted to feel out of alignment. If I had a misalignment, I wanted to feel it. I'm not one of these people that run away from it. Interesting. I woke up feeling down for no discernible reason. Amazing, Martin. So this is the energies that we're talking about. Yeah, this is the energies of, oh my God, it's, you know, I'm out of alignment or whatever. If you can recognize that and you're like, what is going on here? Know that it's not you. Know that it is like something that's trying to, knock you out of whack. And this is the thing, most people do not recognize that they have a choice to just say, pee off. Yeah, but Josephine, from what you're saying, you've isolated yourself. So yes, you've had a wonderful day, but you've isolated yourself. If you've isolated yourself, how are you going to be able to realize if you're in alignment or not? And this is what is very important. Like Dave was saying, oh, well, you know, I don't get these feelings. Is that because you're isolating yourself and you're not actually immersing in and around people? Or like, you know, we have to be really honest about this. And I'm not saying isolation is bad. I love isolation. You guys know I love I love my own company. I love my own time. I cannot fathom people that need to be around people every single day. I can't get it. It's an emotional trauma response. It is neediness. It is control. It's all of these things. If you have to be around people, busy, 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 you're not willing to sit with yourself. I don't care if you sit at home for an hour with the TV on. That's not you isolating. I'm talking about a couple of days where you are completely on your own, not distracted by children or animals or anything like that. I mean, completely. That's the only way that you will ever know if you are in alignment. And it's funny because it tends to be the people that can't sit on their own and they have to, be busy every night, or they have to be around people or whatever, or they have to be around their kids, or they have to be around their animals, or they have to be around their clients or whatever. It's those people that are the ones that are going, you're out of alignment, you're out of alignment, you're out of alignment. And it's like, no, I'm okay to sit in my own company. I'm okay to feel these emotions. I'm okay to release these emotions and actually be conscious of these emotions rather than pretending that I'm okay and distracting myself with alcohol, cigarettes, vaping, all the other things that are going on. And this is where we are blocked sometimes. And, I don't think one of my friends would mind me saying this, but one of my girlfriends, she's become a really good friend recently, and she has an amazing business. And she lost her premises for the business. And it's a business where you have to go to the premises. You can't do it anywhere else. Like, you've literally got to go to the premises. She lost the premises. So she was like, no worries, I'll find another one. Blockety block, blockety block, blockety block, block, block. Every single place she's gone to has been blocked for one reason or another. And she's like, I don't get this. And that's where I rub my hands together and I'm like, right, what have you been distracting by your business? What have you been avoiding by your business? Because God, the universe, source, has decided that you are very precious and you have to do this healing work, and then you will get the gifts of the space that you need and all the rest of it. But whilst you're distracting, and it's instantaneous, we got the answer. She'd been distracting with dealing with certain things to do with her feelings for the last few months. So now, all of a sudden, she's going to see a premises tomorrow. Whether the premises is going to be good, bad, or ugly, we don't know. But it's a very important step forwards that now, because she's been doing some of the work, she's been presented with an option. Because she's had to sit at home in silence, and she has had to cry, and she has had to lose her shit, and she has had to isolate, and she has had to feel like shit, and she has had to go there. But the thing is most people are not willing to sit there and feel. Or if they feel, it's after 5 glasses of wine. Or if they feel, it's because, they're out with their friends and they're having to be the clown of the group. This is the interesting part of it. And I didn't mean to swear then, by the way. I don't know why that effing bit dropped out of my mouth. Oh, hilarious. I was with my friend and one of her children the other day, and oh my God, he said the effing C-bomb, right? But actually said effing and then actually said the word of the C. Honestly, I cried. I couldn't help it. I just cried my eyes out because I was like, buddy, I think it probably would have been more appropriate to say the first word and mute the second word. And he was like, oh. So I apologize for dropping the F-bomb. I don't even feel sweary today, and I haven't been swearing. So I don't know where that came from. So apologies for that. But this is about alignment. This is about us recognizing, right, I've been avoiding this. Right, I've been trying to rush this. Right, I've been trying to cut corners with this. And this is why God, source, universe, Allah, whatever your perceived belief is of a God, this is really important that you recognize when you have blocks coming in. 9 times out of 10, you're being protected. 9 times out of 10, you are being protected from making the same mistake again. 9 times out of 10, you are being protected from having money being taken from you or something like that. I know so many people that have moaned because they didn't get certain supplements or certain medications or whatever, and then they found out about the side effects later on and they've gone, thank goodness. Thank the Lord. I wouldn't want that in my life. Thank the Lord. How many of you have heard of someone that, they forgot their keys, so they had to go home and they were so angry about it. But then when they got home, they realized that there had been a fire, or there had been a crash, or there had been something that had happened on the journey, which would have impacted them had they been okay. My journey in Morocco is a perfect example of that. Had my driver not said, I'm stopping for alcohol, even though he didn't drink alcohol, if he hadn't said that, God knows what would have happened to me. The lady who did get hit, fractured and broke her wrists. She had to have surgery on her wrists. Like I'm a lot smaller than her, and I was sat in the same seat. So who knows? I could have potentially gone through the windscreen, and there was a fatality in that incident. So whenever I am blocked from something, I say, okay, thank you. Even though my ego wants a different result, I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. We need to really start to believe that there is a much higher power than us. None of us are in charge. None of us are in control. None of us are making more of an impact. And I talk about this a lot on Conscious Conversations. None of us are making more of an impact than other people. I love the people on this planet that literally just get up and go to work, and they're making that impact. I kind of wish that was my role. Literally, I do. They're making such a huge impact, literally, by keeping what is people know to be the normality going. For me, my normal is I have to fly around the world and realign energies. Sometimes all it takes is one of my feet to hit the ground and they go, yep, you can go now. Oh, yeah, great. After a 16-hour flight, yeah, that's really what I'm going to do. Get back on a plane and go home. Yeah, thanks for that, guides. But this is what happens. This is the life that I signed up for this time. Doesn't mean that my piece of the puzzle is more important than the person that's going to work in the banks and all the rest of it. Not at all. We all bring a very, very important piece of the puzzle to the party. And anybody that sits there and goes, oh, yeah, well, I'm bigger and I'm better and I'm delivering, it's bollocks. Absolute nonsense. There are no gurus. I've had this real icky thing about gurus for a very, very, very long time. I don't believe in the word. I don't I get it, especially in the Indian culture, they have like proper gurus and they're called gurus. But for me personally, it doesn't resonate. There were loads of people on Instagram that used to be called so-and-so guru. And I'm like, no, it makes me feel violently sick at the thought of it, because it actually isn't. We don't need to be in that space. We don't need to be in that mindset. We don't need to be in that environment. I am the same as you. You are the same as me. We all bleed the same. I was going to say we all think the same, but we really don't. We all walk the same, pretty much. So why do certain people think that they're more important than other people? You know what? Those people that trigger us, those people that kind of make us out as if we're not good enough, they're the ones we need to be thanking. Imagine living in their body, having to put other people down. I cannot imagine that. That is so misaligned to me, because I talk life into everybody, whether you are my partner, my mother, my little sisters. You guys have seen my little sisters think that they're freaking amazing, because they are. Anybody that I work with, any of you guys that have come to Soul School, you leave and you're like, wow, I am so powerful and I am so amazing. And it's not from an ego standpoint. It is I know I have value and I am part of this puzzle that is being created. So anybody that makes you feel less than that, they're out of alignment to you. Create a boundary. Make a decision. Is that okay for people like that to hang around you? I choose to not have people like that around me. I'm quite firm with this. If you're in my inner circle, very few people have my phone number. I was actually talking to a friend this morning about it. And he said to me, Lucy, I don't know where this person's got my number from, because nobody has my number. And I said to him, I was like, same. If people have my phone number and they abuse it, they get blocked. If people have my phone number, they are in my inner circle. I don't want people having my phone number. You can message me on Instagram, on Messenger, and all the other things. I don't want people having my phone number, because if my mum needs me, I want that to be a free for all. If my little sisters want to call me, I want that to be their channel to get me. Which is why I'm very people say, oh, just give your WhatsApp out. No, I'm not giving my WhatsApp out. You've got my email, you've got my messenger, you've got my Instagram, and I'm actually a lot better these days. Some of you will remember. I'm a lot better these days with coming back on messages. It's only the cringy ones where the men are saying dodgy things that I don't ever respond to. They just get blocked. You know, like, and that's my choice. Like, who knows? There might be some real hotties in there, but that's just not for me. That's just not the energetics that I want to put out. But if somebody has got my phone number, you know, they are in my inner circle. I need to be able to trust my inner circle. I've got values. I hold people in high regard. I don't give my phone number out willy-nilly. Why? Because I don't have any needs that need to be met by people just bombarding me with messages and videos and nonsense. I don't need that in my life. Literally, I don't need it in my life. So I feel very, very protected in that sense. This is alignment with me. So I'm sharing a little bit of how I feel alignment has been. I've just realized that my laptop needs to be charged. I'm sat here gassing away and I'm like, oh, it might cut out in a minute. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I wondered why it's starting to go darker and darker and darker. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Because it's really bright outside. What are your values? What are your standards? That thing that you really wanted. You know, let's all go back to a relationship that we've had, right? How many of us have had a relationship whereby we really, really, really wanted it to work? We really wanted it to work, but we know that we weren't ourselves. We know that we weren't the, you know, the powerful divine feminine or divine masculine that we were able to be. Like, we were a shrunken version. We were an insecure version because this person would make us feel bad for just breathing. You know, but we really wanted it to work, and we knew that we could have put it right if we just had more time or whatever. You know, that is out of alignment. This is when you get protected, and this is why God's source will basically say, I am going to show you, and I'm going to hurt you until you walk away from it, until you are brave enough to say, I'm not doing this anymore. It's so important that we recognize this. Now, this can be in a career. This can be driving down the road. This can be going to the supermarket. This can be a business partnership. Lots of things coming up around business at the moment. I've had people reaching out to me that have had their businesses cloned. They've had people trying to take their businesses ideas. People are trying to screw them over in business, like all sorts of different things. There's a real thread of it at the moment. So we need to be recognizing, is this a block, or are we being shown something very important? Now, this is another thing, and this is going to sound a bit arrogant, probably. The beatings will continue until moral improves. I love that, Martin. You're absolutely correct, my friend. Absolutely, you're right. Literally, if you keep going down a path that you're not meant to, they'll start with a little slap on the bottom. Then they'll kind of like take a baseball bat to your knees, and then they'll like hit you over the head with a rock, like, because you're not listening. We're pushing shit up a hill. Now, I'm going to keep this brief tonight because I've got a lot of things to do before Conscious Conversations. I've still got loads of photos and evidence and stuff to put together. So I'm going to keep this short tonight. One thing that I have had in the last few weeks, particularly, Alison, you are so right. Walking away is hard, but you are taking your power back. And over time, it becomes easier. Give yourself the time. What you've got to remember, ladies and gents, is that whatever the situation is, it is going to get better. Really, really, really important. Really important. So Penis put, I went out on a date last week. My instincts were not to give him my phone number. He turned out to be very controlling. So always trust your gut. Exactly. And the God control is coming to the surface big time right now. My goodness. I had a conversation with somebody last week that basically was like, this is control, this is control, this is control. And when I was like, have you considered that maybe this and this and this is control? Oh no, that's just a suggestion. Okay. Right. Whatever. Sometimes we just need to do this, and we just need to hold our heads up, and we just need to walk the heck away, because there are people that are so delulu, as I like to call it, delusional. You know, it took me 30 years to find the power again. Well, good for you, Georgie. Good for you for finding the power. And you will find your power every single day. Every single step that you take away from a situation, like I say, it could be a career, it could be a relationship, it could be your mother, could be your father, it could be any of this stuff, could be your children. Let's be real about it. So anyway, the last thing that I'm going to say today, and I know that I'm cutting this about 20 minutes short, but the last thing that I'm going to say today, guys, is if I have given you something, i.e. a prediction or a channeling, or, hey, this has come through, please trust me. Please trust me. Like, it's coming in really quickly right now. And some of it is ending quite nasty because people are not listening. You know, people ask me my opinion or ask me to channel something, I give them the answer and they don't like it. So they have a massive reaction and then boom, it's happening. Listen, I'm not here to be the person that says what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Let me tell you straight. I'm not here to blag anybody. I'm not here to do any of that stuff. I'm here to be the raw, real truth. My predictions are wild right now, and I do not know. Any of you guys come into conscious conversations tonight, you'll see every prediction that I've ever made has always come true. And it is freaking scary because I don't know where these predictions come from. I don't know where they get presented from, and I don't know how I know the information that I know, but I just know it. But you know what? There are some people in this world that love the honest person until the honest person is honest with them and they aren't ready to hear the honesty. Just remember that. We have to remember that not everybody's on our frequency. And going back to this, it's loud and clear. It is loud and clear right now. Anybody not in alignment with us, they're being removed. Ladies and gents, I love you so much. I am going to change the time of this live. I'm going to put it of an evening, I think, one day. I'm going to I think I'm going to change the time of this anyway. 5 o'clock doesn't really work, does it? Let's be honest about it. So I'm going to change it to a different time. And as I looked up then, I'd been speaking for 40 minutes and 44 seconds. So I think that's my grandpapa saying, yes, Lucy, definitely change it. So I'll figure it out. Obviously, I'll give you a few weeks notice. I love you guys to the moon and stars. I will see you all super, super soon. To those of you coming to Soul School Manchester, you got 20 days to buckle yourselves in, and I'm coming to rock your world before I obviously head down to the southern hemisphere as always. I love you. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. Just remember, not everybody's on your vibration and not everybody is ready to hear the truth unless it's their version of the truth. For those of you on Instagram, I am doing an Instagram live tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. UK time with the gorgeous AJ Roberts. So hopefully that's going to go off and be extremely wild. He's like, you are doing some great stuff right now. Let's do a video. So AJ and I will be on Instagram tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. For an Instagram live, guys. All right. Mwah. I love you to the moon and stars. I'll catch you super soon. Take care. Ciao, ciao for now.